sequence, it's important to try some harder balancing poses. So one that you might see commonly in your classes is Ardha Chandrasana or Halfmoon. So I'm going to show you how to get into Halfmoon, some of the things you should be conscious of in your hip and your core, and also some modifications using blocks, and even a step up and making it a little bit more advanced. So I'll give you some options there. So Ardha Chandrasana, Halfmoon, one of the easiest ways to get there is to come from Warrior 2. And then you're going to reach forward. I'm going to do it without the block when I first show you. You're going to reach forward. Your fingertips are going to come lightly to the ground. And you're going to come stack your hips, stack your shoulders. Maybe your gaze comes to your top hand. See, that's kind of the hard part, especially when you're talking. So finding that Halfmoon, stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips, top arm lifts, and then maybe you float your bottom hand. You see my back foot is flexed. But I'm going to show you some modifications. I'm also going to show you some things positioning-wise that I want you to be careful of. So using your block in Halfmoon is a great option. Placing that about a foot and a half in front of your front toes. So you'll come into your Warrior 2, you'll shift forward, you'll reach down for your block and begin to stack from there. In the beginning, maybe bring your top hand to your hip, finding that stack, and then eventually lifting the hand, lifting the gaze. So some things I want you to be cognizant of here. I want you to look at my front thigh. It's not lazy, it's really active, it's engaged. My right kneecap is lifting up. My hips are stacking on each other. A lot of times you'll see a lot of low back sway, kind of jumping into low back here. I want you to move your left sit bone, your top sit bone, down towards your heel. You'll see how that lengthens my side body. And I want you to really spiral that chest open, active through the top lifted leg, flexed through the top lifted foot, arms strong, like your top hand is lifting you up off of the ground. You should have light to no weight in that hand, just kind of using it as a little bit of support. In the beginning, you're going to have a little bit more weight, and that's okay. You'll slowly lower back out of that, and that is your Halfmoon. So things to be aware of, again, you're drawing your navel in, your sit bones down towards your heel, so that top leg is lengthening, allowing you to find length through your low spine, spiraling your chest open so we're not collapsing over into our Halfmoon. I'll show you a variation called Chapasana. So it's a way to get a little more of a hip opener. I'm going to show you with my other leg, but I'm going to face this direction so you can see some of those modifications and kind of things I want you to focus on from the other angle. So I'll come into my Warrior 2, reach forward, lift into my Halfmoon. So again, I'm active through my bottom leg, I'm active through my top leg, I'm moving my top sit bone down towards my heel to create space in my low spine. Lifting here, and then if you'd like to take it that step further, you're going to bend through that top leg, and you're going to grab for the top of that foot. You're going to push your foot into your hand into your foot, and open up into your Chapasana. So that is just a variation. For me, it's a lot easier without the block. I like to take my hand, let me show you without the block. So coming down into my Halfmoon, I like to take my bottom hand over to the left side if I'm standing on my left foot and open up into my Chapasana that way. So that's going to help me with my balance. I'm just going to feel more stable that way. So that is your Halfmoon, Ardha Chandrasana. Often it's inserted into flows within your vinyasa classes as you get to the higher level vinyasa classes. And that can be a little challenging, so just take your time, take your breath with it. Work on that core positioning, that low spine positioning, and know that you can always use your block as adaptation just to bring that floor a little closer to you.